picked up a bowl kind of like this at Kohl's of all places, and they had a really good sale going on, and I had a 20% off coupon, which I ended up paying $8 for it, and so I'm gonna say that's a steal. But I also need a tray to go under it, and I think I need about 8 inches, which looks like one of these. Ooh, that is broken. Okay, let me pick a good one. Okay, I'd say that's good enough, and we're good to go here. So we're back home and we've done our errands, and now I thought I'd show you guys just a little bit of a haul. Some of this is kind of for the ladies, or maybe if you're a guy into this stuff too. Anywho's, I've got my last coffee of the day in this adorable mug here. And so I'm gonna sip that down. Coffee's a must, I'm an addict. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to get is a saucer. You guys saw me grab that at Home Depot, that's where I was. So this is an 8-inch saucer, and I got that for this guy here. And I actually got this at Kohl's, believe it or not, randomly. They were having a sale, and I actually had a coupon, so I got like essentially 40% off, I think, of this. I can't remember. But anyway, it was like $8 and some change. So this didn't have a saucer on the bottom, so I needed to get one. I like, you know, saucers under my vases or pots or whatever. So it fits just like that. And yeah, I think that's gonna work out just fine. I like how it looks, and I have become such a sucker for terracotta. And I love like different shapes and sizes, and anyway, I've been having a lot of fun with that since I've gotten into gardening. So the other thing that I got was, let's see, let's do something simple and random. This little snack here, it is s'mores bark crisps. Now it is hot today, and I did leave this in the car and it did melt a little bit, as I thought it would. I knew it would, of course. It's still gonna be good. Anyway, this is my favorite little snack to get at Target. Yeah, so the next haul, I didn't say that, but is a little Target haul. So this is the first thing I got. And boring, but I needed cotton rounds. I actually use those for like my powder, my setting powder application, or you know, like astringent and things like that. Then I got Dr. Teal's Epsom salt, such a classic. This is one of my favorites. It's actually a newer favorite. I think I normally get the eucalyptus, what is it, eucalyptus and mint or something? Anyway, whatever the eucalyptus one is, but then I discovered this. This is rosemary and mint. Very relaxing, very menthol, so I love that in my baths. The other thing, as I mentioned, I am a coffee addict, and I always go to Target to get my coffee. This is their brand of coffee. I got the house blend. This is actually not the normal one that I get. I forgot the one I normally get. It's Nicaraguan something or other. I don't remember the exact name, but they haven't had it in stock for a little while, so this is kind of my backup. The next thing I got, so I haven't really been hugely into makeup probably the last decade or so, just learning all of like the bad chemicals that are in it. I've just kind of stayed away, which made makeup not fun at all. And I've just kind of recently started to tiptoe back into that world. And there's a YouTuber, if you're into makeup at all, you know the name Toddy. So I just watched a video of hers, and she was talking about the Essence brand. She brought up the banana powder, which I think is like a brightening slash setting powder. I don't know if you use this for setting powder, but I know you use it underneath the eyes. And then their highlighter, and also their mascara. I was in need of mascara. And I think I've tried this one before. I liked it, saw nothing wrong with it, so figured I'd grab that in the same brand. Then I figured I'm also in need of some eyeshadow. So I figured I would try their eyeshadow as well. And I think these are like super cheap. We're talking like $4.99. So here is the color palette that I chose. It's just their nudes. I'm definitely into the more browns and like neutrals. So I wanted to try this. I don't know anything about the quality. I don't know if it's like chalky or creamy or what, but it was cheap enough to give it a try, so we will. Okay, and then the last place that I went to was Sephora, and I was in need of some setting powder. So I'm just about out of the one that I have, and I was in the market for something new to give, something new a try. So I grabbed this NARS, what is this, Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder, and I'm trying the color Creek. So those were some fun names to read. I think one was like Cove or something. So giving that a shot, hopefully that helps my makeup stay put. Definitely love that long wear type of thing. And then I also had a 10% off coupon for Sephora. So we had a little fun and grabbed 3 eyeshadows of the Sephora brand. One is this one here. What color is this? Let's Party. So I love how it shimmers, because if you know anything about me, I do love a good shimmer. And then this one, which is in the color Ballet Shoes. And then the final one that I got, this is First Light. It looks like a combination, you can see that there, of like a really light beige with some gold flecks. So I don't know how that's going to translate, but I thought it looked really fun. So that's what we did on our errands, and then now we have to get to like the whole house, puttering up around the house stuff, which basically means just to do a little bit of random stuff. Like I need to actually make a new dressing. I love making balsamic vinaigrette dressing. I've been doing that, loving that recipe, so I'll show you guys that. And I have some cast iron skillets that I've been putting off seasoning. Whenever I got them, which was years ago, they were never properly seasoned, and I kind of stopped using them. And anyway, I put the whole thing off, and so I figured now is the time to at least do that. Like 2 pans, I think I had like 4. So I'd like to check that off my list. And then, also I need to sow some more lettuce seeds. I tried doing that a few weeks ago and it just didn't work out. So we're gonna give it another try. And in case you were wondering, I did a little bit of a swatch of the Sephora eyeshadows, and I feel like they're kind of hard to see in this light, but anyway. It's actually some nice, like, subdued shimmer. I kind of like that. And also, in case you were wondering, I also did a little swatch. These 2 are in this palette, these 2 colors here. So actually they have a really good color payoff. I never thought I'd talk about that on my channel, but here we are. Just thought I'd let you know that this little palette out there is out there and for cheap. So Okay, I just grabbed out all of my cast iron from underneath the cabinet. Sometimes I forget how heavy that cast iron is, and I'm like, why do I want to cook with something so heavy? And higher maintenance than just, you know, throwing it in the, not the dishwasher because I don't do that, but, you know, the sink rather. So anyway, I've got a claw clip, putting the hair up for this one, and I'm gonna get started. How's that look? Good enough. Okay, I'm gonna start by giving it a good scrub with this copper scrubber, and then oiling it up and baking it, you know, in the oven, because that's how you do that, right? Yeah. Okay, bye. Okay, so here are my pans all cleaned up. They're looking pretty rough right now, except for that one. That one hasn't really been used a whole lot, but this one almost looks like it's got like rust. This one too. So yeah, I definitely cleaned them out with the copper scrubber and soap. That's the only time you want to use soap on your cast iron, is when you're kind of restarting the seasoning. So I'm just going to use some good old-fashioned vegetable oil to oil these up and stick them in the oven for an hour at 300, and then you just let them sit and cool. So next we are going to work on the balsamic vinegar dressing recipe. And here is the recipe. Hopefully it'll focus for you if you want to screenshot that real quick. Very easy, very straightforward, and very yummy. So what we're going to do, I put my dressings in a little mason jar. It's really easy. So I'll probably point the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're gonna start with 2 to 3 tablespoons of honey. I actually do 3 because I like mine sweeter. I just think, you know, it just tastes better with a little bit more sweetness. And this is the honey that I use, just organic wildflower honey from Target actually. So we are just gonna put it straight, measure it and then put it straight in to the mason jar here. Bring that a little bit closer here. And then I think this is a brand new bottle, so I have to take off the seal, but we're going to use Dijon mustard, which is 1 to 2 tablespoons. I actually use 2. Then we are going to do half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then if you hear that noise, it's the air return. It's like right on the wall over here. I am so sorry. It is super hot or I turn it off, so bear with me. Okay, and then we need 1 to 2 garlic cloves minced, which I usually use 2, sometimes 3. I do not mind garlic. Okay, so I'm gonna get that nice and minced for us. And I feel like I cut my garlic a little bit differently. Some people like smash it and whatever. I don't mind getting in there and just like cutting it in half and then just peeling it. I know this probably sounds counterintuitive, but that is just what works for me. So I cut off the ends there, and then cut it in half, and then I peel. Now, I am by no means a professional. I am just a home cook who likes to share fun recipes, yummy recipes. So, and I wouldn't even consider myself a foodie, but I definitely can't tell you that I chop garlic like a professional, because I don't. I'm a home cook, so. Okay, now after we have minced our garlic, then we're gonna add our vinegar and olive oil. Okay, so then next we're gonna add 1/4 cup balsamic vinegar. Then next, we are gonna add 3/4 cup of our olive oil, and then we're gonna mix it all up, and then we're done. So this little gadget is actually kind of new to me. It's from Pampered Chef. Highly recommend it. I know some people like their, electric mixers and things like that, but this whisk is really easy to get in there in your mason jar and mix your dressing around and get it really well incorporated. I'd have to say this is quickly becoming one of my favorite dressings in general, and definitely one of my favorites to make at home. So quick, so easy, and very clean ingredients. So definitely a winner in my book. One of our last tasks of the day is to start up some lettuce. I actually tried this a few weeks ago to get a second round of lettuce started right before my first batch finished up, so I could have like a, what do they call that, succession sowing or something, so you could have like a continuous supply of whatever it is that you're growing, and it didn't work out. So my first batch of lettuce is done for the season. The heat made it bolt really fast. So I didn't get as much out of it as I was hoping to. I did tennis ball, I think that's what it's called, tennis ball lettuce, which is really small anyway. So I think I'm gonna do another kind this time, and I'll show you what I'm thinking of. But I've got my soil right here that I use. I always use organic potting soil, especially when it's going to be something that I'm going to be eating in the future. I definitely want that to be organic. I've got my terracotta pot right here to get my seeds started in. And if you can kind of see right here is my seed collection. This is how I organize them. I don't think I've shown you guys how I organize them. That'll have to be for a different video. So okay, here we go. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it is basically like, it's it's like a tub for, or a plastic container or whatever for pictures, like picture storage. So people use that also for seed storage, and they're the cutest, perfect little containers. Oh, it wasn't tennis ball, it was Tom Thumb. This is what I planted originally, Tom Thumb. This was a free seed from Baker Creek. Baker, is that what it's called? Yes, Baker Creek. Rareseeds.com is the website. What was I thinking of? I do have, this is the tennis ball lettuce. I actually got this lettuce from Monticello, and actually these are seeds that literally they harvested from Monticello. So I guess I have tennis ball lettuce on the brain. I don't know why, but maybe I should plant that. Maybe I should. Okay, we're gonna stick that to the side because I wasn't thinking I was gonna do that one, but we'll see. I also have Brown Dutch, which also came from Monticello, but I don't want to do that. I tried doing Gourmet Blend. That's the one I tried the second go round. That didn't really work for me. Do you think I should try it again? Or should I go with tennis ball? I'm gonna set it aside and make my final decision later. I also have Bib lettuce. Mesclun, I don't know how to say that, but this also came as a freebie when I ordered. I have just salad bowl lettuce is what they call that. That kind of looks fun. Paris Island romaine lettuce, and just, you know, spinach. I have two kinds of spinach and arugula, which I am not really feeling like growing this year. So, okay. What do you think? Which one should we go with? I don't know. I actually really don't know. Okay, how about this? Let's try one more time to do the gourmet this year. And maybe if this still doesn't work, then we'll try the tennis ball. That's how we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill my little pot here with soil. And then we're just gonna sprinkle those seeds in there and give it a little water. Alright, so actually I think I'm going to put a little bit of water in this before I put the seeds in. The soil honestly looks a little dry, which leaves me a little concerned because earlier this year when I had dry soil, the certain things that I try to grow, like my tomatoes for example, were actually stunted. They didn't grow or perform like they should, so we're gonna have to keep our eye on that. So I think what I'm going to do is just sprinkle some of these seeds in there and hope for the best. I actually put quite a few seeds in my first batch of gourmet lettuce and only 2 or 3 popped up. So I don't know if like maybe my germination rate for this particular brand isn't very good. Maybe the seeds are a little dated. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm gonna put the rest of these back in the packet. I don't know exactly what happened, but we're gonna try again and hope for the best. Okay, so I was about to water it, but if you can kind of see here, the soil is so dry it hasn't soaked up the water yet. So I'm gonna wait to water this top part and just let that soak in. Oh, let that soak in. Okay, and here we are a few hours later actually. They have finally cooled down enough to take out of the oven. And I don't know what this means, but it's a little bit like sticky in a few places, and then this one is very shiny, and I don't really care for how that turned out. I don't know if that means I put too much on. Definitely still learning how to take care of these things, so yeah, definitely sound off in the comments if I need to just use a little less oil, but otherwise this one turned out great, and so did this one, I think, overall, other than the handle being just slightly sticky in a few places. I might start over on this one. I don't like how that turned out at all. Alright guys, thanks for watching, thanks for coming with me and doing a few errands and just doing some miscellaneous things I had to get off my list, my to-do list. And if you're interested, subscribe down below, give this video a like. It definitely helps with the algorithm on YouTube and gets my videos out there if you guys do that. Let me know what you think of the video. Give this video a comment as well. I would definitely appreciate hearing from you guys. And with that, until my next one, I'll see you guys later. Bye.